This is a machine that you've seen in a number of my videos. It is a Grizzly G0769. It is a combination lathe and mill benchtop machine. So you've got the lathe headstock here, the mill headstock here, and the lathe tailstock here. This is a great little machine if you want both turning and milling capabilities on a small footprint. But the big issue with it is the lathe cross slide here. This cross slide doubles as the milling table. When you try using this as a milling table, you end up with a lot of flexibility, which is not what you want when you're machining stuff. You want low flexibility, high stiffness to cut down on that chatter. You don't really get that with this, especially if you're trying to machine a wider piece of material. But here's what really gets me. This is the milling vise that Grizzly suggests that you buy for this mill. There is no possible orientation of this milling vise that will allow me to secure both of these mounting slots to the T-slots in the milling table. That's a major problem. I cannot use a milling vise like this in the stock condition of this machine. Now, because Grizzly doesn't have enough of my money already, I decided to buy this 6" by 6" steel bench block from them. I wasn't intending on using it as a bench block. I bought it because it was a relatively affordable piece of steel stock that I was going to machine into a milling table that was going to bolt on top of these two T-slots, and then I would be able to bolt my milling vise right on top of that, and I would have a larger usable milling table. Of course, it being a bench block probably means that it's hardened steel. I was hoping that wasn't the case because it was cheap, but I tried to drill into it, and my drill bit said, "No way, dude, I'm not drilling that thing." So I thought, great, this is a perfect opportunity to build a forge. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while. Might as well give it a shot now that I have an excuse. This is what I would define as a single-use forge. As you can see, it's not going to get used a second time. However, it did a perfectly fine job at annealing that bench block to a point where I was able to machine it. And here's the result. So you can check out my carbide tipped face mill video to see the surfacing process that I did on this. But I was actually able to machine all these holes, cut all these T-slots, and do all of this on the mill. Remember, this was a blank plate when I started. So once I was able to drill these holes out on the drill press in order to bolt this down to the mill, everything else I could do on the mill. So drill holes, bolt down, counter bore, surface, cut T-slots, and now this will fit my milling vise perfectly. You can see that there. And then I have on the other side T-slots that are spaced a little bit tighter for a rotary table that I have. So now I can mount a rotary table and my milling vise to my mill. And I'm gonna bolt it onto the mill right now for the first time. And we're gonna see if we can machine something in this vise. Okay, we're all set up. Let's try to take a 1/10 thou cut off of this aluminum block. That is a thing of absolute beauty. We now have a perfectly functional milling table.